Yeah.
In the backyard, man, the whole summer, bro. I didn't record not even one video in the backyard. You probably thought like, damn, so this guy don't work out no more. I'm still in the gym every day, getting it on, getting swollen. I mean, but gotta get back on my platform, get some videos out there, see what's going on. I mean, let everybody see that I'm doing good, son. Bro, I'm gonna get some quick back workout right here. Get some quick back in. It's supposed to rain out here today, so today, man, I seen some dude today, right? When I was at work. Some dude came in today, whatever, and dude was man stressed out. So I was having a conversation with dude. I'm like, yo, bro, listen, 8 years ago, right? 8 years and probably like 2, 3 weeks. Like literally 8 years and like 3 weeks. I made a drastic change in my life, dude. And that change came with a bunch of, dude, a boatload of stress. Dead ass, dude. But at the same time, as I was stressed out, I was looking at motivational fucking tapes. And every motivational speaker that I was listening to, this guy was all saying the same shit, bro. Exercise and make the brain function good. Exercise and make the mind good. I'm like, you know what, bro? Let me start exercising. Right? At that time, though, I was mad big. I was chubby, bro. You know what I mean? I was real chubby, so I'm like, let me just try it. And I tried it. So I'm telling the guy, I'm like, yo, bro, listen. I don't know if you like working out, but it worked for me. And I hope it can work for you. I mean, and believe it or not, every one of us in this world is going to come a point in our life that we're going to have stress. It's just a fact of life. Everybody gets stressed out. Man, I'm putting the work. What do I do with my stress? I lift weights. It's the bottom line. Man, just get up and get it on. I get it. We all different. You know what I mean? But when I was going through the transaction in my life, which is now, and I thank God for where I am now. Thank God for everything, dude. For all the stress I went through, all the prejudice bullshit. Now I'm at peace. You know what I mean? Like, I get up every day, dude. 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning. I leave my house 4:15. I'm in the gym every morning, Monday to Friday. You know what I mean? I'm in the gym Monday to Friday. We got 2 jobs. So whenever I could work out, I work out. But we all gonna go through some period in our life that something is gonna bother us. But try to figure out a way to deal with stress. And what I do, weights. I started doing it. At first it was hard, but then now it's a part of my life. It's my lifestyle. I do it as much as I can, and I love it. Love it, man. You see, boy, be swollen, dude. But I love it, though, son. Bro, what comes, you know what I mean? If you're dealing with stress, I don't know who you are, but if you're out there and you're dealing with a little bit of stress, man, figure out a way to get through. I mean, don't think about violence, don't think about revenge, none of that shit. If somebody did something to you that you don't like, you know what I mean? If somebody betrayed you, man, you know what? Live in the hands of God. Trust me. Karma is a bitch. They probably get away with what they done wrong. It's just temporary. I promise you. And nobody get away with doing bad shit in this world. Guarantees gonna catch up to your punk ass. Don't worry about it. Don't let stress drive you into drinking all day, every day. You know what I mean? Don't let stress make you talk yourself into killing yourself. None of that bullshit, bro. I mean, get up, figure something out. My way was to deal with it was lifting weights, and now I love it. I mean, try to figure something out that will make you happy. go around, move around. Yeah. Always gonna find people out there that's gonna pray you down for. Trust me. Always gonna find people. No matter if you're rich, you're poor, if you live in a middle class life, you're always gonna find people that's gonna be hating on you. Another thing, there are always going to be racism in this world. Can't get around it. I'll tell you right now, a lot of people be thinking, oh, just Caucasian, just European people are racist. No, fuck no. You have black people racist. You have Spanish people that's racist. Like, people be thinking like, oh, Europeans are the only people that's racist, come to America and be racist towards colored people. No, fuck no, dude. Like, seriously, dude. Before I changed my life, dude, before 8.5 years ago, like I changed, like 8 years and a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago, when I decided to change, I never really faced racism, none of that racist shit. But once I changed to becoming who I am now, I started noticing this shit. Like, I started noticing then that people really hates you and don't like you just based on your color of your skin. And before that, dude, before I changed everything, dude, I never experienced this shit, dude. Probably was there, but I just never was blinded to it because I didn't really care. But once you start working for, once you start basically doing the work to paying taxes, once you start paying taxes and doing your regular job and stuff like that, once you do regular work, straight like that. Once you become a part of the regular world where you go to work, it's either you a worker or you a business owner. You know what I mean? So once I decided to flip everything around and become a worker, I'm like, damn, son, the prejudice, the racist shit that goes on is crazy. But then I started noticing it's not just fucking Europeans. I'm like, dude, I have a lot of fucking Latino friends, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my Dominicans, dude. My Puerto Rican dudes, you know what I mean? My Colombian dudes, you know what I mean? My Venezuelan dudes, my Peru dudes, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to all the Latin American country, man. Straight always love, always love. That's your todo, lo oíste, bro. But that racist shit goes everywhere. It's not just that, bro. Not just all Europeans. Fuck no. But that's a fact of life. You know what I mean? You're gonna face it. Come around, man. Walk around. You're gonna face that shit everywhere. So, best bet, you move on. You figure things out, you move on. You cannot, everybody's not gonna like you. If you get up every day thinking that, oh, everybody's supposed to like me, you're out of your fucking mind. If you think A to Z is supposed to like you on a daily basis, you already lost. You already, forget about it. You already lost the game that's called life. So, don't make that whole racist shit, prejudice shit bother you, man. Just mind your business, you know what I mean? Keep your circle small. Keep your circle small because it'll be the person right next to you that will hurt you more than that person 15 minutes away that you think don't like you. That person who you think don't like you in actuality, they care about you. They'll be the person right next to you, bro, that's preying on your downfall. That's ready to bang out your wife. That's ready to bang out your girl. That's ready to rob you, bro. They'll be the dudes right next to you. Trust me. Trust me what I'm telling you, man. I'm not talking about me watching TV to learn that shit, bro. That's actual facts. You know what I mean? You'll be the dudes around you, right next to you, on a daily basis, telling you they love you, they hug you, willing to chop your head off. So let's focus on what matters. I mean, keep your circle small. If you're going through little trials and tribulation, just know it didn't come to stay, it's come to pass. It's not forever. You're not going to be stressed out forever. So just try to figure out a way, figure out how to get through today. If you're stressed today, just figure out how to get through it. You know what I mean? Don't think, oh, you know what, it's going to last forever now. I've been in the corporate world for the past 8 years, and I realized something in the corporate world. It's no way in the corporate world, absolutely. If you think being a worker in the corporate world is ever going to make you into a success, it's never going to happen. If you're getting up every single day and you're going to go clock in for the next person to get rich, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. So, it's two types of people in this world. It's either you're a follower or you're a leader. You make that decision. You have to figure that out. Am I a follower or am I a leader? If you know in your heart, dude, that you're a leader, that you're not following nobody, guess what you do? You become your own boss. You know, I had to go through a couple of things in my life. You know, I had to basically catch up to what's really going on in this world. Like, I was way behind. You know what I mean? Because based on what I was doing, I was behind. So I had to do a little bit of catching up, and it took me over 8 years, but I'm getting where I'm going. I'm in the process of becoming an employer, not an employee. You understand what I just said? I'm in the process of becoming an employer, not no more me being an employee for nobody. And that's very important. Man, I don't know who you are, where you're gonna see this video from, but if you're looking for success in life, you will never find success or happiness working for nobody else. Never. You're working for people, you're making them and the family have the time of their lives. Them and the family is going to forever be happy, or you're going to be in misery forever. But those are the ways, man. I figure it out. You know, you got to figure it out, figure it out. But another thing, having faith and believing in God is very important. It's dude. It's very, very, very fucking important, bro. I swear to God. When I was going through the worst times in my life, dude, I always had faith. You know what I mean? Even though when, like, even though when it seems you'll never get better, but every time I make a step forward, it's like I'm going backwards. Because left and right, people is coming against me. Left and right, dude. And people that I knew for years, you know, but when it came to my mind, I'm like, damn. I thought, nah, bro, that's crazy. Like, I'm a dude there, you know what I mean? I believe in revenge. I'll keep it 100 with you, like, you know, like, I believe in revenge. So I'm like, oh, damn, son. This dude's, at first I'm thinking, this dude's wants some smoke. Like, you know, let's get shaken. I'm willing to get down with the smoke. You know what I mean? But then I started talking to a couple of people, man, and everybody's like, you're a man of God, son. God is testing you. I mean, God is showing you those people is really not your friend. God is preparing you for where you're going to not have these people around you. So when I started hearing this shit, so I started thinking, yeah, man, but still, dude, it took me like 3-4 years to feel like, yo, man, I want to get this motherfucker. I mean, like, I could get this people. Like, trust me, dude. Like, I could have do what I had to do, but then I'm like, oh, you know, I'm thinking, man, and then I came to the conclusion. I'm like, yo, bro, people that love me, that's telling me, like, this is chill out, it's a test. Like, you know, God is putting me through certain to build you for the next move in life. God is putting you through things to basically to prepare you for the next phase of life. I started looking at that. I do it every single day. I started getting up thinking exactly like that. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck. This people is right. I don't need to go to jail. Or I don't need no blood on my hands. You know what I mean? I don't need to tell nobody do this or me doing it. I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Now fast forward to over 8 years, the majority of these people, some of them is dead from their own natural causes. You know what I mean? Some of them is in prison for them being straight scumbags. And still, I don't hate nobody. I wish them all the best. Everybody, dude. Everybody in this world that go against you or betrayed you, talk bad about you, wish them the best. Don't ever wish bad on people. Don't ever pray on people's downfall. That's another thing that a lot of people do. Like they get so angry and then they start praying on people's downfall. Don't do it. You don't ever want to wish bad on nobody. You know, if you know for a fact, if you know bad is gonna come regardless, let it come. Leave it up to God and his family. Yeah, so I left it up to God and his family, man, and look at me, bro. I'm in a great space in my life right now. I don't owe nobody but God and his family. You know what I mean? And I could go every place. I could go anywhere, bro. I'm loved everywhere. Straight like that. Because I always kept my honesty, always kept my loyalty, and most importantly, man, I always kept my self-respect. I never did nothing to go against my morals, ever. And nobody out there who knows me could ever be like, damn, son, I'm seeing this dude on videos, this guy's a scumbag. Never. You could never find nobody who knew me for 10, 15 years who ever think that I'm a dirtbag. Because I always kept it 1,000 with everything. Facts. So if you're going through some shit today, man, I hope and wish you the best. But believe in God and just know He didn't come to stay, He's come to pass. Eventually, today probably be a bad day. Let's hope and pray tomorrow will be a better day. You know what I mean? Just find something to do to go through the stressful days. Exercising is my way. A lot of people think it's hard at the beginning. For me, it was crazy hard, but now I love it. You know what I mean? It's something I work all day. I get up 3:45, go to the gym in the morning, come from the gym, go to work. Just came out of work, I'm in the back of the house, getting it on again. It's a part of my life. You know what I mean? It's a routine now. But you just got to figure it out. Figure out what to get you. Figure out what could get you past those tough days. You know. Trust me, life is not easy. You get up every single day thinking life is easy. Everything is just all peaches and cream. Nah, you're not gonna last. You're not gonna last. I promise you. Life is not supposed to be easy. Life is never supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a challenge. And years ago, somebody told me years ago that the best feeling in life is when you sweat for something. The best feeling you get when you put money in your pocket, you know, when you sweat for that money, you and you work hard for that money, it's a really good feeling. And for the past 8 years, I've been like, it's a very true saying. I used to think people that's in the corporate world was cheap. No, but now I'm in the corporate world, I'm like, nah, they're not cheap. So when you bust your ass on a daily basis for money, you have to be cautious what you do with the money. You know what I mean? So 8 years ago, you asked me like, yeah, this motherfuckers is cheap, bro. Motherfuckers is cheap. This, not. But if you're in the corporate world, man, and you're working every single day for your money, man, you ain't cheap. Yeah, I mean, you ain't cheap, man. When you're sweating to get your money, you're not cheap at all. It's just the way it is. You have to make sure you're cautious of everything you do. Make sure you're cautious of everything you're doing, man. See, I'm doing some back today, so those 2 exercises I just did, I'm gonna blend it with some deadlifts. Deadlifts is very good for your back. It widens your back. It's a very good exercise. I'll keep upping the weights. A couple of sets of some deadlifts. The worst thing, bro, is when people get stressed out over materialistic stuff. I think, and I learned over the past 8 years, what I've been noticing, the reason why minorities, which is colored people, stay in the poor category. Majority of colored people, not just in America, all over the world, stay in the poor category. You know the reason why? Is because I notice a lot of colored people rather take their hard-earned money that they're working for, or even though they're selling dope for it, and the first thing they rather go do is buy a fancy car and live in a fucking terrible neighborhood. They live in the fucking trashiest neighborhood, but yet they're driving a Mercedes Benz. Yet they're driving a Range Rover. Yet they're in a BMW or a Porsche. I could keep naming the fancy cars. You know what I mean? With nothing in their bank account. Nothing. Living paycheck to paycheck. But guess what? They're in a fancy car. Every fucking iPhone that drops, they're first in line to get it. $1,500 on an iPhone. The fuck happened to your other phone? Oh, no. The camera system is great. Fuck a camera system. All the phones have cameras. The fuck are you talking about? But back to the point, that's one of the biggest reasons that colored people has a problem with holding on to money, because they're too caught up in wanting to be the most famous person in the group, in the circle. They're too caught up to see the reality that they're not going forward, they're going backwards. But all they want is just for everybody to look at them, oh, they got it. It's a perception. They want people to see them like, oh, they got money, they this, they that, they're driving a nice car, but then they go home miserable. Parking the car in a fucking trash neighborhood, they have to be worried about it's being broken into. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest problems with colored people in this country, and then they be blaming the Europeans. Oh, it's European faults. Man, shut the fuck up. It's your fault. Because you're a fucking scum. You're a jerk off. That's why. It's your fucking fault. Stop blaming people Stop blaming people for your downfalls. Don't blame nobody. Always take, always, always hold the fucking blame on your own self. Don't blame others. Don't blame other people for your downfalls. You always have to take blame for all your missteps in life. Because believe it or not, we're all going to go through a misstep. We all are. Trust me. You could be planning on going straight, and guess what happened? A fucking turn comes up. All of a sudden, you have to make it right. When your intention was to go straight, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to blame the other driver because you have to make it right? Or who are you going to blame? You know you have to slow down and take the turn. So it's nobody's fault. You always have to take the responsibilities for your action. It's nobody's fault. What happened? Nobody's perfect. Amen. Nobody in this world is perfect, man. Straight like that. I think the best way to get out of the struggle is live live a life of purpose. That's the best way to live life. Live a purposeful life. You know, be responsible. Be good. Don't just help yourself. Don't get up with that selfish mentality. Help everybody else. You know, do what's right for just not for you and your family, but for everybody in this world. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do my last set of deadlifts. I don't live it like that, man. Listen. Hope what I just said, what I just told you could help you out. If you're going through a tough jam in your life, hope everything turns out to be good, man. So always have faith. Always do what's right. No matter how tough it might be to do what's right sometimes, always do what's right. Because the things you do today is always going to determine what happens to you tomorrow. You know what I mean? So the men and women of the United States Marine, to the United States military, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, to the entire United States military. I always want to take the time to salute the United States military, known forever. God bless all the military members and their families. And from today and forever, I wish you guys all the best. God bless. Take care. Salute.